Hello friends, I'm going to start a mini series. I'm going to create a simple blog with Laravel and Filament PHP. So if you go to the Filament PHP documentation, you go and read about that. Here I have created this blog post, only the backend, not the front end. So if I go in the admin area, it is the dashboard. And we have categories here, we have posts and tags. Let's go in the categories. Here now I have all the categories I have displayed in the table, and we have only the ID, name and the slug. Here I have added the search. We can search by name. So let's search for Vue.js. Oh, sorry, Vue.js. Okay. And we can go here and edit this category. Down there I have displayed all the posts this category has. And we can edit this post on the fly. We are in the admin categories. You can see here, edit, but we can edit the post belongs to this category. And also we can delete the post here. Now let's leave it for now. Let's go in the post. And here also I have added some widgets for posts. This is all the posts and we have only 3 posts. Now here is hard-coded data, but you can add what you want. Here we have the post table. I displayed the ID, title, slug, is published, and the thumbnail. And for thumbnail, for the images upload, I have installed the plugins here in the Filament. You can see we have many plugins, and I have installed this one, the Spotty Media Library by Filament. And now we can upload images for the post. We can create, we can edit, and we can delete posts. So let's click here. Here we can update the post, we can change the image, and also I have displayed all the tags belong to this post. And we can edit the tag. We can add more tags. So let's say here, and we can search for name. Here we have eloquent. Let's click attach. Okay, and now we attach the post. We have this information here. We can detach, but we cannot delete the tags because in the post tag pivot table, I have not added the on delete cascade. Okay. We have also the global search, and we can search for categories names, post titles, or tags names. So if I search for Vue.js, you can see we have Vue.js inside the categories and also inside the post. And if I click, we go to the post, Vue.js, post, and edit. And also if we go in the post, here we have the same thing, the table, the search by name. We can create a new tag. We can edit a tag, and here in the edit, also I have displayed all the posts belongs to this tag, and we can edit this post, but we cannot delete. The post is going to be deleted only here, and in the categories, we can delete the post. Now in the post also I have added the filter, so we can filter by published. So here we displayed only the published posts or unpublished. We displayed only the unpublished, and also we can filter by category. So let's say all the posts with Laravel category, and we have that one, or Vue.js, or the Tailwind CSS. Okay, friends, that's it, what we are going to build with Filament and Laravel PHP. Hope you enjoy and see you in the next one. If you like the video and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Thank you very much, friends. Hello friends, welcome. I'm going to create a simple blog with Laravel and Filament PHP. First, I'm going to set up the Laravel project. So in my terminal, I'm going to say Laravel new, and I'm going to name it blog. Okay, next thing, let's navigate in the filamentphp.com, go to the documentation, and we need to run the composer require filament/filament to install the filament. And also let's create the database. So I'm going to say new here. I'm going to name it blog because we created the blog project. So cd in the blog, and by default Laravel is going to give it a blog as a database name. So let's open this one. Okay. Now I'm going to open this with VS Code. Okay, and here in the .env file in the database, we can see the name is blog. Okay. Now let's run the command here. So copy and paste it. Filament. Next thing, we need to run the PHP artisan migrate. So artisan migrate. Okay. Let's clear this up, and now let's create the filament user. PHP artisan make filament-user. So copy that, come here and paste that in. Sorry. Again, hit enter, give it the name. I'm going to name it admin. I'm going to give it the admin at admin.com as email, and password as password. Let's say no for now. Clear this up, and now let's open this project in the blog.test/admin/login. Okay. Give it the credentials admin at admin.com and the password. And here we are in the admin area. Now what we need for the blog, I'm going to create as simple as it is. So I'm going to add categories, posts, and tags. So for that, we need to create some models. Artisan make model. First, I'm going to say category, give it -m for migration. The same thing for post and tag. Okay, post and tag. Good. Now let's create also the pivot table for post and tags, because it's going to have many-to-many relationship. So artisan make migration, and I'm going to say create post tag table. Okay. Now that's it about this video. I'm going to create in the next video, I'm going to add the relationship between the models and also populate the posts. Okay, so see you in the next video. If you like a content like this, please subscribe to my channel and like the video. See you in the next one, friends. All the best. Hello friends, welcome. In this video, I'm going to populate the tables and also create relationship methods. So first, let's go in the VS Code and open the database migrations. And here I'm going to open the categories. And what we need for the category, we need the name. So, and we can add also the description, but I'm going to add only the name. So $table, string, and add the name. Also, I'm going to add the slug. So $table, string for slug. And now the slug is going to be unique. Okay, save this and open the posts. Now here we need to add the category ID. So let's add first the category ID. I'm going to say origin ID, category ID, add the constraint, and on delete, I'm going to say cascade. Okay, after that, let's add the table string for the title, $table string for the slug, and here also the slug is going to be unique. What we need other, we need the content, so $table text for the content, and I'm going to add also the boolean is published or not. So let's say boolean is published, and by default is going to be false. So default false. Save this and open next table, which is tags. For tags, we need also the same we had for the category. So we need $table string name. And let's copy this, duplicate, change the name to be slug. And also here, the slug is going to be unique. Let's save this one, close, and let's open now the post tag pivot table. And here I'm going to remove the table ID and table timestamp. I'm going to add only the origin ID first. For post ID is going to be constraint. And let's copy, duplicate, and change the post ID to be tag ID. Okay, save it, close this one, and let's open the terminal and run artisan migrate. Okay, very good. Now let's open the controllers and make the relationship methods. Sorry, not controllers, but models. Open first the category model, and here I'm going to say, first I'm going to create the protected $fillable, and we need the name and slug for the category. Okay, after, let's create the public method for posts. Now the category is going to have many posts, and let's return $this has many post class. Okay, save this one and open the post model. Also here, let's first create the protected $fillable, which is going to be the category ID, the title, the slug, what we have also the content and the is published or not. Okay, now let's create the method for category. It's going to be singular and we are going to return $this. Now this post is going to belong to the category, so belong to category class. Okay, also we need to create the relationship method for tags. So let's say public function tags, and here we need to return $this belongs to many and add the tag class. Save this, close, and open now the tag model. The same, protected $fillable, which is going to be an array with a name and flag. Now let's say public function posts, and here we are going to return $this. Now this tag belong to many posts. Okay. Now we have the relationship. If we go in the browser, let's open the Filament PHP and go to documentation. In the resources, I'm going to create a resource for the category, post, and tags. So we need to run the PHP artisan make filament dash resource and give it the name. So let's copy this, go to the terminal and paste that in. First, let's create the category resource. Okay, next, let's create the post resource and also the tag resource. Okay, now if I come here and refresh, we can see we have categories, posts, and tags. Right now, everything here we have no records found because we don't have any tags, but also we don't specify what we can display here. The same thing for posts and categories. For that we are going to work in the next video, so see you there. Hello friends, welcome. So here we are in the categories. Right now we don't have any records, but also we don't have the table. So we have only the pagination here. We don't have a column for ID or for the name and so on. And of course, if we go here in the new category, here we have only the buttons for create or create another and cancel. But we need a form here to create a new category. And for category, we need the name and the slug. So now let's work with the category here, create a form and also create a table. Let's go in the Filament PHP documentation. And here for form builder, okay, and here we have text input, getting started, text input, and we have text input make, and here we have the name, which is name. So let's copy this one and go in the VS Code inside the app, filament, category resource. Here we have a form schema, and let's add that text input make name. We need to import the text input, so import the class. And with that, if I save, Let's go in the browser and refresh. So here in the new category, we have the name. Let's make this to be required. If I save and refresh, now we can see we have this red asterisk, which means it's going to be required. And if I say create, yeah. Okay. Next thing we need the slug. And if I come here and I'm going to search for the slug, so in the search, I'm going to say slug. And here we have an example for the slug, text input make. And we have this reactive, and after state updated, we create a closure and set the slug to this str slug state. So we set the slug here to this title. So this is the state of this title, and say str, which is Laravel, and call the static slug method. So let's copy this, and I'm going to add in our text make name and add that one. Now we need to import the closure and also the str, illuminate support str, and I'm going to add also the slug. So let's copy this text make name, and after this required, I'm going to add that one, and I'm going to say also required and change the name to be slug. Let's save it. So here we added the text input make name, and we call the reactive, and after state update set slug. So I'm going to set this one to str slug the state, which state is this one. Okay. Now if we go and refresh, here we have the slug, which is required. And if I type here Laravel, we have Laravel here. If I type Laravel Filament, you can see also the slug is Laravel-filament. Okay. Next thing, I want to have a card here because I don't like that. So if I come here and let's cut this one and say card, filament form components card, make, and call here the schema, and paste that in. Let's save it, refresh, and yeah, now we have this nice card. If I say now Laravel, and here we have Laravel, let's say create, and we created that, and we are now in the edit page. You can see categories to edit. If we navigate here, we don't show the category because we don't have the table. So let's go here again and let's go in the table builder, and here we have columns. So let's go in the text column because we are going to use text column for the name and for the flag. So this is very easy. Just say text column make and give it the name. And also we have this limit if the column is longer than 50 characters. So let's copy this one. And inside the table, I'm going to add this one. Just change the description to be name, or I'm going to first say ID. Okay, and this is not going to be limit, but I'm going to add another one for the name and another one for the slug. So let's say also the slug here. And let's import the text column. And if I save And let's go in the browser and refresh. You can see now we have the ID, which is true, name Laravel, and Slack Laravel. And if I click here, we go to the edit page. Now we can make this sortable. So if we go here, so we can change the label and also make sortable just by adding this one. So let's go in the name and I'm going to make sortable and also the ID. So let's save it. Come here, refresh, and now if I go and create a new category, I'm going to say Vue.js. Let's create and let's go back. Now we have Laravel Vue.js. If I click here, we have the sortable. Okay, now if you like this create and stay and go to the edit page, okay. If you don't like, you can customize that. So if you go in the admin, resources and creating records, so here we can copy this, customizing from form redirects, and let's go in the category resource, create category, and paste that in. Let's save it. Now if we go and create a new category here, so let's say Tailwind CSS, and I create that. Now we redirected to the admin categories, so to the index page. Okay, friends, I hope you understand and hope you like the video. If you like a content like this, subscribe to my channel and like the video, and see you in the next video. In the next one, we are going to work with posts and tags, and also when we go and edit here, I'm going to display the posts this category has down there. Okay, so see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome. So in the previous video we worked with categories. We can create and we display all the categories here. Also we can edit, and let's delete here. Good. Now let's work with posts. For posts we need the category ID, so we need belong to relationship. We need the title, the slug, the content, and the is published. And also I'm going to upload images for this for posts. So to upload images, I'm going to install the Spotty media library. And if you go to the Filament plugins here, let's filter by name Spotty. And I'm going to use this Spotty media library by Filament. Visit the site and let's install. Composer require. Go to the terminal, paste that in, hit enter. Next, copy this one. You need to publish the migration. So copy this and paste that in. And we need to run the PHP artisan migrate. So artisan migrate. Okay, now we have the media table in our database. Good. Now we need to prepare our model. So if we click here and open the Spotty documentation for Laravel Media Library, we need to add implements as media in our model, and also use interacts with media. So let's open the post model and let's do the same thing. Implements as media. So implements as media, and also interacts with media. Interacts with media. Okay, let's save it, close this one, and that's it. Let's close also this page. Now let's go in the form components and the table columns. So let's go first for form components, and we need to add this spotty media library file upload, or we can use also the collection. If you have learned how we can use the spotty media library, I have a full tutorial in this channel. So let's go in the filament post resource, and here we need to create our form. We need to add our fields. So I'm going to open first the category resource, and I'm going to copy what we have in our form here. So card make schema. I'm going to copy also the card and paste it in the post resource. We need to import the card. So filament forms components card, also text input, the str, and also the closure if you don't have. Now here we have a text input make title, and the slug is okay. We need the, if you go here to the documentation and go to the form builder, we need a select for the relationship belongs to. So here we have make status, make author ID, but we need belong to select, and let's use this one. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to add in the first place this one. Import the belong to select, and we need not author ID but category ID. Relation is category, and yeah, we need the name for the category. Next, we need a content, so I'm going to use a rich text editor. So let's go and see what we have in the field. A rich editor here. Let's copy this one and add it. Import the rich editor. And the last one I'm going to use, we need to use a checkbox or toggle, what you want. So if you want toggle, here is, I'm going to use this one, or use the checkbox. Now let's add that toggle here, import, and say not it is admin but is published. Save it. Now we need to add the protected casts. So let's copy and open the post model and paste that in. Protected casts, and not is admin, but I'm going to say is published. Okay, now if I come here and refresh, let's go to the new post. Here is our form. The category ID, title, slug, content, and is published, which is toggled. Let's create one post for the Laravel, and I'm going to say Laravel post. Add something here, say published, and let's say create, and the post created. And we are in the edit now. Let's go and create one more. I'm going to say Tailwind CSS, Tailwind CSS post, I'm going to say. Okay, let's add something here, published, and let's say create. Now let's display the ID and what we can display other. So I want to display the ID, the title, the slug maybe, and is published or not. So we need to go in the table builder, columns. First, for text column, I'm going to copy what we have in the category resource. Here, let's copy this and paste it here. Down there in the columns, let's display the ID and make it sortable. Import the text column. Also the title, the slug, and I'm going to display also the is published to see if that is published or not. So to display the is published, I'm going to say boolean column here. And let's copy that one and paste it here. Import the boolean column and not is featured but is published. Save it. Let's go and see now what we have in the post. Yeah, here we have the ID, the title, the slug, and is published is green. Now if I click here and make this unpublished, save, go back, we can see is red. Very good. Now if you want to display also the image, let's go here to the Spotty Media Library and go to the table columns. And here we can display that. So copy and paste it here. Import the Spotty Media Library. Make this not avatar, but I'm going to say thumbnail. Save, and now when we create it, I'm going to add with collection. So let's copy and let's add before the rich editor. Paste that in, import, and say make not avatar but make thumbnail. The collection is going to be posts. Save, go to the browser, and if I refresh, here we have thumbnail, but we don't have for this shoe. Let's go and create new post, and now we have this thumbnail here. So let's select the Vue.js. I'm going to say Vue.js post, choose a file, and I'm going to choose Vue.js here. Let's add something. Let's make this published and create. Now if I go here, and why we don't see that? Post, thumbnail, and we need the collection, the B post. Okay, save it, refresh, and now we see the Vue.js. Let's go and add also for Laravel and Tiling CSS. So here we have in the browser, add the Laravel PNG, open, make published, and you see here, okay, the next one is for Tiling CSS, edit, add file. I have here Tiling CSS, open, uploading, now save, go back to the post, and here it is. We have all the posts with images. Very good. Now let's work with tags because it's the same as the categories. And let's go in the category. Let's copy this, go to the tag resource and paste it down there. I think I don't have copy that. So copy and paste it. Why? Again for last time, copy and paste it here. Okay. Let's import. We need the ID, name, and Slack. Okay, save it. Now let's copy also the card because the same is we need the name and the Slack. So copy that, go to the tag resource, paste that in, hit save. We need to import the card. Okay, we need to import the text input. We need to import the closure and the str. Okay, let's save it and let's see now. Go to the tags. We don't have any tags. Let's create one. Laravel. I'm going to say just table. Let's say eloquent component. Now let's go to tags and we see why we see only one. Because we updated, I forgot. The same thing, I'm going to go in the category resources and in the create, let's copy this one because I forget we are in the edit mode. Go now to the tag resources and create tag. Paste that in. So we are going to modify the return direct to the index page and go and create new tag. So table, create, now we are back, create new tag, eloquent, and here we are. Okay friends, so now we have the resources for tags, posts, and categories. Hope you understand and hope you like. If you like the video, subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next one. All the best friends, thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome. In the previous video we worked with posts and tags, and in the post also we added the images so we can upload thumbnails. In this video I'm going to work with the relationship. So here in the categories, when we go to edit this one, for example, I want to display all the posts belong to this category. And if you go in the Filament PHP documentation, in the admin area, go down to the resources. Here we have this relation managers, and we can create a relation manager by calling PHP artisan make filament and the relation. For example, as many throw, belong to many, morph many, and morph to many. For our project, for the category, we need the same thing we have here. PHP artisan make filament has many category resource, because we are going to add this relationship in the category resource. The relationship method is post, and I want to display the title. So let's copy this one. It's exact the same for our project. Open the terminal and paste that in. Enter. Now successfully created the post relation manager, and make sure to register the relation in the category resource get relations. So we need to register this one in the category resource get relations. Let's go there. App, filament, category resource. Here we have the get relation. Now let's add this post relation manager here. So just say post relation manager class, and make sure you import this one. So if I save, come here, and relation managers, post relation manager. Okay. Now if I open this post relation manager, so in the category resource here, we have the relation manager here, and let's open the post relation manager. Here we have a form and a table. So let's go in the category resource here and let's copy this for the title, or let's copy all of them. So copy, better, let's go here in the post and I'm going to copy all of them. Paste in the post relation table. Save, we need to import now. I'm going to import all. Okay, and for the form, let's go again in the post resource and do the same thing. So I'm going to copy the card and paste it here. Save it. We need to import the card for filament forms component that belong to text input, closure, str, sorry, this one, spot media library, rich text editor, and the toggle. Very good. Now let's save it and let's see what we have. So open the browser, refresh this, and now we can see we have the post, the same thing table we have in here. Now if you don't want, for example, to show the slug or the ID or the thumbnail, you can remove from this post relation manager. So let's remove, for example, the thumbnail and the slug, save it, come here, refresh. Now we have only the title and is published. We have the ability to edit here in the modal and create a new one also in the modal. So let's select Laravel and second. I'm going to say second Laravel post, add a thumbnail, type something here, make published, click create, and this created, and now we have this second Laravel post immediately here. Also, if we go in the post, we have that one right here. Okay, now the same thing if we go to the Vue.js, we display all the Vue.js posts, and in the Tailwind CSS, we display them. Let's go to the post, and here, when we edit, we have the category here. I want to display all the tags belongs to this post. So now posts and tags has the same belong to many relationship. So let's copy this and open the terminal and paste that in. Now here we need to make some changes. First, I want to change the resource to be post resource. I'm going to create that for post resource. The relationship is tags and we need to display the name. Okay, enter. And because we are here, let's create also the tag resource and the relationship is post. Posts, we need to display the title, hit enter. Okay, let's open the VS Code, close this one, and let's go in the post resource here. When we have this get relation, let's register the tag so what was that post resource? We have this relation manager tags relation, so tags relation manager. Okay, save this and now close this one, open this tags relation manager, and for tag in the schema we need the name and the So let's open here this one for quick and add it in the tags relation manager. Paste that in. The same thing for the form. Copy here what we have and paste it in the manager. We don't need filter, so I'm going to remove this. So, okay, import now the card, import the text input, import the closure, import the str, and the text column. Okay, if I save now, and let's go in the browser, refresh, and we can see now we don't have any tags. So this edit post, let's see in the tags. Yeah, we have tags. Let's go, and I'm going to attach a tag here. Let's here attach tag, and I'm going to say table. Here we have attach this one, and we display the ID, name, and the Slack. Let's add one more component. I'm going to say just for to have here. Very good. Now we can edit this on the model. So let's say table updated. Save. We have table updated here. If we go in the tags, we have table updated. Okay. Now this is how we can attach. We can detach the tag. So let's detach this. Confirm. Okay. Now for delete, we don't have added the post tag ID on the origin key. So we can delete only if we go here to the tags. Good. Now we have for the post the same thing for categories. Let's do the same for the tags. Let's display here all the posts belong to this tag. Close this one, close also this one, and in the post resource we have, in the tag resource we have this relation manager and post relation. In this one I'm going to copy what we have in the post resource. So copy and add in post relation. Now here you can customize what you want and what you don't want. I'm going to leave it as it is. Also for the form, I'm going to copy what we have here. Sorry. Copy and paste it here. We need to import the card. We need to import the belong to text input, closure, str, import the spotty media library file upload, rich editor, and the toggle. Save, close this one, and now we need to register this post relation in the tag resource, get relations, and register that one. So post relation manager class, hit save, close this one, open, and if I refresh, for the eloquent we don't have. If we click in the table, in the component, we have these posts here. We can edit this post. So let's say Laravel post updated. Click update, click save, and we have post updated. If we go, we can see Laravel posts updated. Very good. Let's go again and let's create one more. So we can select a new post. Okay. If I click delete, confirm, we cannot delete that. So we just can show and edit the posts, the same thing, post for tags. But if we come here in the category, and here, if I click delete this one, so second Laravel post, confirm, we can delete that because in the posts, so if I open the database migration and in the post table, here we have the origin ID, category ID, constraint, and on delete cascade, so we can delete that one. But for the post tag, we don't add on delete cascade. Okay? Hope you understand, friends, and hope you like it. That's it about this video, how to add the relation manager for posts, tags, and categories. Like the video, subscribe to my channel for more content like this, and see you in the next one, friends. All the best. Hello, friends, welcome. In this video, I'm going to add filters to the table and also I'm going to make this title searchable. In the tags, I'm going to make the name searchable, and also in the categories, I'm going to make the name searchable. So first, let's go here, the VS Code, filament, and in the category resource, when we have the name, text column, make name, we add limit and sortable. Also, we can say here, make this searchable, save it, and if we navigate here and refresh, we have the search, and let's search for Laravel. We have only the Laravel. Okay, now let's go to the tags and do the same thing. Close this one, open tags, and here, paste that in, searchable, save it, close, come here and refresh, and we have search. Let's search for only the component. Okay, let's go to the post, and here also I'm going to make the title. So in the post resource, table, text column, make title, make also this one searchable, save it, come here and refresh, and we have the search here. So let's search for Laravel as well here, and we have only the Laravel. Good. Now let's add filters here. So if we go in the filament documentation, go to the table builder, and here we have filters, getting started. And here we have an example. So filter make is featured, and query where is featured true. So let's copy this one and paste in the table. Here we have filters, an array. Let's register this one. We need to import the filter. So filament tables, filters, and filter. Also the builder. Eloquent builder, and we are okay. Now instead of is featured, I'm going to say here published, and query where is published true. If I save and let's go in the browser and see, refresh, now we have this icon here, click, and we see the published. If I click this one, in where close, no column is published. Okay, this means like this. Refresh again and click. Now we have only the published posts. Okay, reset and close. Now we can do the same thing for unpublished. Let's copy and paste that in and say here unpublished. query where is published is going to be post. Hit save, come here and refresh. And now if I click unpublished, we have only unpublished posts displayed here. Okay, next thing I'm going to show you is, so you can go here in the Filament PHP documentation and make what you want, read the documentation, but I want this relationship select filters. And here we have select filter, make, author, and the relationship is author here. But in our case, I want to make for category. So let's copy this, come here and register also this one. We need to import the select filter and make category. Relationship now is category, so we in the post we have category relationship, okay, and we need the name. Save. So in the post we have this relationship category. Go to the browser and refresh. Okay, if I click here we have published and unpublished, and also we have category here. Right now we have all selected, but if I want only the post with Laravel category, click here and we have only that. If I click Tailwind CSS, okay. If I click Vue.js, only the Vue.js post. Now if I click Laravel, and Laravel is unpublished, so if I click here, we don't have any records. If I click unpublished and Laravel, we have that. Okay, and we can reset filters and reset all back. Okay friends, so that's it about this video. I hope you understand and hope you like it. If you like the video and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. All the best and see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome. Now the last thing I want to add to this project is the global search here. To search for the name for categories, title for posts, and name for tags. And the next one is to add widgets here for the posts. So let's add first the global search. Let's go in the Filament, documentation, and in the admin panel, resources. Here we have the global search. And to enable the global search on your model, you must set a title attribute for your resource. So let's copy this code here, and inside the app Filament category resource, here I'm going to add that one. But for category we don't have title, we have name. And with that, if I save and go here, refresh, here is the global search. In the categories now we have the name for Laravel, Vue.js or Tailwind CSS. And let's search for Vue.js, for example. And here we have the categories, Vue.js, click here, and we navigate in the categories /Vue.js/edit. Let's do the same thing for posts and tags. So let's close this and open posts resource. And the same thing, I'm going to add it here. Save, close this one, open the tag resource and paste it here. Now for tag also we need to change this, the name. Save, close this one and refresh. Now here we have categories for Vue.js. If I go in the post, also we have the title of the post with Vue.js. So let's search for Vue.js here. And you can see we have Vue.js in the categories and also in the posts. Let's click in the posts and we navigate in the posts Vue.js edit. Very good. Now let's add a widgets here for the posts. And if we go in the resources down there, we have widgets. Also you can use an existing dashboard widget. And here we have some documentation in the dashboard. Let's go to the stats because I'm going to create stats widgets. And we need to run this PHP artisan make filament dash widgets, the name, and dash dash stats dash overview. So copy that. And let's open the terminal here and paste that in. As it is, hit enter. Optional is the resource. Let's add post resource because I want for the post resource this one. And now make sure to register the widget in the post resource get widgets. So in the post resource here, we need to register that, and the function is get widgets, but we don't have that. And let's create. So function get widgets. Okay. And I think it's going to return an array here as well. Okay. And let's now register this widgets. If I go in the post resource here, we have widgets, and the name of the widget is stats overview. Okay. And let's say here return an array, and let's add the stats overview class. Okay. Save it. Now and then again in the get header widgets or get footer widgets of any post resource page. So post resource pages are here, and I'm going to add in the list post. And also in here we need to create the get header widgets or get footer widgets. I'm going to create the get header widgets. And also if you go here, so in the description, if you go to the get started, now here, oh wait a minute. So in the resources widgets, yeah, here is the example for get widgets, what we created in here. And this is going to be static function, not a public function like this. Okay, public static function get widgets, return an array, and we added that exactly. Okay, next one, in the list customers, in our case in the list posts, we need to create this protected get header widgets as we have here, and then again in get header widgets. Okay, so let's add that one here, but just change this one to be stats overview class. Save it, and let's go and see now in the post, refresh, and you can see it's going to down there, but we don't have anything because in the widgets stats overview get cards and return an empty array, so we need to create that one. We need to create some cards. Let's go in the dashboards, getting started our stats here, and here we have an example for get cards, and let's copy this one and paste it here. If I save, let's navigate here, refresh, and here we have the widgets. Very good. Okay, so let's add here, I'm going to say all posts and display the count of all posts. I'm going to say post, import that and say all. If I save, come here and refresh, it is 3. Now here you can add, for example, how many published posts and unpublished posts. You can add what you want. Also here you can say, you can add a description icon, and also the color. So let's copy this and let's add here, for example. If I save, go to the browser and refresh, and you can see we have this increase, which is success color. If I change to be danger, save, and refresh, is in the red color. Okay, you can play around with widgets. That's it about this video. I hope you enjoy and see you in the next video, friends. All the best.